Yo, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another patch review. We got our mid-month patch. We got a small little patch here, just kind of going over balances and some skins. Nothing really too crazy. So let's go ahead and get into the patch here. Okay, so first we got two new skins. These are the original skins. We've had these before. We have the Chimera skin, the Historic Victor, where he's wearing the Grux. We had that one in the OG Paragon. Looks pretty cool. Looks good. Good remake. And then we have the Howitzer Burning Flame. So these two were originally in the OG Paragon. So they're both going to be rares. Actually, Howitzers are normal. So you could probably buy this with Renar. It's kind of like a recolor. So yeah, two new skins: Chimera, Howitzer. Nothing brand new. Nothing that Netmarble has done. These are just kind of remakes. We have some discounted skins. We have Countess Legendary. We have the Steel, the Legendary, the Escape, Jack Frost for Rev, Murloc Speed Limit, and then the Quang. He only has one, so that's the green one, I believe. But discounted skins, hero balances. I kind of briefly went through this, and they touch a lot of the top heroes, so that's good. Like these actually look like balance changes. Before it was kind of, it was weird who they were choosing, but this is actually like they're seeing the stats and like, okay, yeah, these characters are pretty strong. So Countess has been really killing it. Does a lot of damage when it comes to late game too, especially with like certain builds. She deletes. So Countess, her E, the Blood Ripple, the line attack is gonna get nerfed. Looks like we got a 10 base damage scaling nerf, and then the flat damage is gonna be reduced by 10, and the scaling is gonna be reduced by 0.1. So a little bit less damage on the E skill there. Her ultimate, the base damage is gonna be reduced 300 to 450. Now it's gonna be 270 420. And the scaling is going to be 0.25 to 0.105. And then the cooldown is going to be increased by 10 seconds. So a nerf there on the ultimate. It's still probably going to hit hard, but it's not going to hit as hard. When Countess gets stronger by leveling up, she can defeat enemy heroes with high damage output before they have a chance to react. Mainly, she's going to be diving the back line. We adjusted her overall skill damage so that when Countess is farmed, enemy hero can still have ability to counter Countess to some extent. Yeah, when it comes to late game, Countess just kind of goes into your back line, your carry, your caster, and just hundreds to zero them to get them out of the team fight. Which honestly is what you should do if you're an assassin, but maybe she does a little bit too well. So Countess nerf, thumbs up. Aurora's been seeing a lot of play. People are starting to pick her up and realize how insane she can be. But the Frozen track cooldown adjusted from 16 to 14, now 17 to 15. So a second late game on the Frozen track. That's her line ability. The Frigid Illusion, the right click, is going to increase by 13.5 to 11.5. So two more seconds on the right click to make her mobility less impactful. The ultimate base damage is going to increase or decrease. I'm sorry. 165 to 435, now to 145 to 385, and the cooldown is getting increased 110 to 90 to 120 to 110. These are some pretty good changes. She's still going to be, I think she's still be pretty solid. She has really good escape. It's just her kit. She has really good escape, and just her CCs are really good. It's never really been about the damage, even though the damage can be impactful, but it's about that CC. That constant crowd control when it comes to late game. She's still gonna be pretty strong, but a good nerf. Greystone, the Knight's Path, his Q skill, his AoE ability. Base damage 945, now it's been 9 at 33. The cooldown is gonna be up by 1 second. The magical power scaling is 0.35, now it's been 0.25. And the defense scaling is 0.15, now it's been 0.075. So his Q skill got nerfed pretty hard. He's gonna be doing less damage and have a little bit longer cooldown. The E skill, his passive, the cooldown is such as 6.5 to 4.5. Now it's 8.5 to 6.5. With cooldowns, it'll probably get it to it'd still be kind of strong. I think it'll get it to like 5 seconds or seconds or something. With cooldowns. His right click leap of faith cooldown 10-8. Now it's gonna be increased to 11-9. The R skill, his ultimate. This is a pretty good change. This is what I was saying before. It's 30-60 now. I'm sorry, it was 40-60. Now it's gonna be 30-50%. So 10% health and mana recovery. Mainly health, because he's not really gonna matter that much. It's mainly health. So now it's 30-50. And the cooldown is 140. It was 140 to 100. Now it's 150 to 140. So rather than decreasing by 20, it's only going to be decreasing by 5. That's pretty tough. Usually, like in 2 team fights, this might not proc. So if you get his ultimate with cooldowns, you might get this. You'll get this lower, but yeah, Greystone's gonna be a little bit tough to play this next match. We'll see. Greystone's signature defense to high damage from his skills, giving Overprime in many ways. We have rebalanced Greystone's focus more of his role as a tank. Yeah, pretty. Those are the hero balances, and like they adjusted like the top heroes pretty much. Countess, Aurora, Greystone, all characters have been picked a lot, and have been excelling really well. So good on them, man. This balance was actually, the mid balance was actually targeted heroes were really good. Were selected. All right, next up we're gonna go to out of balance changes. Star's Grace. So this is the new item that came out. It's magical defense 50, health 300, tenacity 20%. Now we're gonna get 10 CDR on it, so that's pretty good for supports. And then the price is gonna be $28.50. Now it's gonna be $2,500. Better the cooldown and decrease rolls for all tanks, warriors, supports. Utilize this item, and then decrease the gold too. That's pretty good. It's actually pretty good. Decreasing the gold. And if you guys don't know, the passive on this one is whenever you use your ultimate, it gives an AoE CC immunity to your teammates, I think for like 1.5 seconds or 2 seconds. I can't remember. It was a pretty solid support item, and actually could be a good tank item as well. I don't know what the cap is on tenacity, but if you're going against a lot, tenacity, your 2 magical defense items could be just to counter, tenacity. I think 50% reduced by half. I don't know what the cap is, but that's a pretty good change. 10 CDR for your supports, and then a little bit cheaper so your supports can buy it. That's really good. Good change there. Okay, Fanatics Assert. They're finally doing it, guys. I've been bitching about this item for a long time. They're finally doing it. So right now it grants a shield from 220 to 560 damage for 3 seconds if health is below 30%. Now it's 160 to 500 if the health falls below 30%, and the price is increased by 200. The faster this item is purchased, the easier to widen the gap with enemy heroes while posing a big threat to junglers. We have adjusted the price in effect to lower the ranger's early game stat advantage. That's pretty good. We'll see. I don't know. I feel like the meta might change regardless, though, of like how the ADCs are building. People are still kind of experimenting with things. Also, what is this? What the fuck is Fanatics dessert? This is like whipped cream. Is that an egg? But yeah, people have been already like kind of building differently. So we'll see if this will push them more into that opposite build and not going crit and just going a different build. Let's see. And Darris Flask. A successful base attack. This is the one where you get a crit, 8% crit for 5 seconds. In fact, the effect triggers once every 2 seconds. It's sex for 3 times. Now it's going to increase it by 10. The effect triggers every 2 seconds. It's sex for 3 times. And decrease to go by 100. I think this is still a pretty bad item. Not a really good item. There's this other better options than that. Goddamn Helene. They're loving on the tanks, guys. They're loving on the tanks. Critical damage reduced was 25%. Now it's gonna be reduced by 30%. So 5 more. Just make it a little bit easier to counter the rangers. So they're I think the Rangers are going to be shifting this next meta. They're going to be shifting from crit and going into just raw attack speed and power and survivability. Artificial gravity inductor. Now it decreases the enemy hero's attack speed by 30 to 40 and physical power by 40% for 4 seconds. Now it's going to be 5 seconds, so it decreases a little bit longer. This is kind of a really good item, man. I think this item's a little slept on. People aren't really picking this item. Good stats, great passive, and now it's gonna be a second longer, so pretty much like a team fight. This will be effective. A holy relic of Osine. I still don't know how to say this damn word. Removes all debuffs from heroes, increase movement speed by 40% for 2 seconds. Now it's same, but you increase your movement speed by 50% for 2.5 seconds. Okay, so just a little buff on this item. Let's see. Sage's Whip. This is actually pretty good. This is actually a pretty good change. Before, the magical power is 75, health is 300. Now, it's gonna be 90 power and health 200. 90 power now, and the gold is decreased by 50. You would only really buy this for healing reduction, but I mean, like if they had crazy healing, you would buy this item, right? Like if their healing was very noticeable, then you'd buy anti-heal Sage's Whip. But a lot of the times you do so much damage late game as a caster that you don't really need to buy anti-heal. But having this item having 90 power, you could probably still put this in the build now, and like you'll still be hitting pretty hard while also doing anti-heal. So this is pretty good. I could see this being fit into some builds. All right, we have another mage buff. Mage has gotten some loves. Tanks have gotten some loves. ADC's got shit on again. Support's got some love. All right, last mage item. Player's ID. So this is the one that gets you a shield when you equal to 25% of max mana when your health is below 30%. The shield is granted every 100 seconds for 3 seconds. Now it's going to increase to 30% of max mana when the hero's health is below 30%, and it's going to be 80-second cooldown for 4 seconds. So also they decrease the gold. This could be a build, especially if you are trying to survive. Honestly, even if like late game you don't have, I build this like late game if I don't have my starter, or if I just need survivability, like if I'm the target. It just gives me it's like a Fanatics dessert for mages, and it got better. It did get better. You could go like a mana build, and this would be really insane. We might try that actually. We might mess around with a mana build and see how much health shit I can get. But yeah, honestly, I didn't think this needed to be a buffed, but it did. And then we got other improvements. Improved frame drop occurs at the beginning of an extended period of time. If you guys didn't know, if you're playing the game for a very long time, your frame starts to drop, so you gotta reset. Added a description of skills that apply unblockable status. Kalari Twilight Guide, the E skill. That is the dash. So that has unblockable status, okay. Shadow Ripple, the Q. Oh yeah, that's the dash, okay. And then the ultimate. The Frozen Track, the Q skill. This is like this ability is so bugged. Fix an issue: competitive matchmaking, where anytime a gold rank player joins a party with a silver or bronze rank player, matchmaking will be based on the highest rank of the party, resulting in the most possible platinum rank match. Fix an issue where matching occurs with platinum rank during placement matches. Fix a random crash issue on the heroes while floating, effects when moving, and then frame drops. Known issues: frame drops, Iggy. But that is the mid-month patch. Pretty solid stuff, man. Good nerfs on the high end for heroes. Not any cool skins. I mean, these are just remakes, so nothing crazy here. And then some good item changes. This is pretty good for supports. They finally get some good support items. Cooldown is always good on supports. And then buff to tanks to deal with physical damage dealers, to deal with rangers. Yeah, I think Rangers, man, I feel like Rangers are definitely falling off. They're not the top of the leaderboard anymore. Tanks and casters are pretty good. Casters late game do so much, man. right, guys, and that's me for the patch notes, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you like this video, consider subscribing. I do patch notes every time a patch note comes out. We do it. It'll be like twice a month. If there's any new or update for Paragon The Overprime, I try to cover it. So if you like that kind of content, definitely consider subscribing. But everyone else, take care. Oh, also, I guess while we're let me do a quick shout out here. This weekend we're having our tournament. First ever Paragon Overprime tournament. $325 prizes in Kima. Like, we have a lot of Kima giving out to first and second place. So we have 8 teams, 3-day weekend of the top players in NA and EU. They all have formed teams. So we're going to be 5v5 comms. It's going to be really entertaining. I am going to put it on YouTube, but if you'd like to see it live, we'll be streaming it on my channel, twitch.tv/Cordy. I'll be going live Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'll be going live like at 12 Central. So definitely go hang out there, show some love to the Paragon community, show some love to these guys that are going to be competing and making it very entertaining for us. And then we can, you know, watch how they're playing and get a better understanding how the game should be played. But yeah, guys, it's going to be awesome. Everyone take care, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.